The 2025 NEPDEP Expedition has wrapped up after 11 days of exploring the deep sea offshore Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada. We continued our mission to explore, understand, and protect important places in the deep. Using the new remotely operated vehicle Yelloweye, we dove into unexplored areas along the Winona Ridge, LaPerouse and Swiftsure Banks, looking to find and document cold seep habitat. Fueled by bubbling methane rising from the seabed, these extraordinary sites build mineral structures that sustain life with chemical energy instead of sunlight. Throughout our dives, we documented these bubbling vents along with chemosynthetic lifeforms and vast carbonate rock formations. Our sites highlighted the diversity of cold seep habitats, each revealing unique features and communities. At Winona Ridge, we discovered that the carbonate structures extend far beyond the previously known boundaries. At LaPerouse Bank, carbonate boulders provided habitat for schools of juvenile and adult rockfish. Swiftsure Bank featured active bubbling streams emerging from shallow sediments. Each area was home to a unique variety of animals. We captured beautiful imagery of rarely seen cold seep habitats and their inhabitants, including hagfish, rough-tail skates, tanner crabs, thorny heads, and flapjack octopus. We also witnessed some unique animal behaviors, including an octopus using a glass sponge as a den and the mating rituals of the scarlet king crab. Unfortunately, during many of our dives, we continued to encounter the long-lasting effects of anthropogenic activities, observing lost fishing gear entangled within these fragile structures, as well as trawl marks etched into the seabed. We successfully deployed one of the largest Heatflow probes in North America, which restores Canada's capacity to conduct marine heatflow surveys. At nearly 8 meters long, this groundbreaking technology has deepened our understanding of the marine geology and hydrogeology in these coastal areas. This tool is instrumental to planned future studies seeking to understand fluid pathways between the ocean and the seafloor, and how this exchange supports diverse seafloor communities, such as the giant deep-sea skate nursery offshore of Yelloweye, documented on previous NEPDEP expeditions. We studied the water column surrounding the cold seep habitats using tools lowered from the ship. We used a rosette to measure the chemical properties of the water electronically and to collect water samples for future analysis. We also collected samples of zooplankton using both bongo nets and an underwater camera, which will allow us to identify the composition of the zooplankton community that lives above the methane seeps. The expedition activities were broadcast to a global audience as we hosted live outreach events from the ship, shared highlights on social media, and live-streamed all dives. Our expedition was made possible thanks to the crew of the Canadian Coast Guard ship, the John P. Tully. The at-sea team was a multinational and interdisciplinary collective working together to better understand, manage, and conserve our oceans.